Retro Rob's Gaming Videos.
Hey, Rob here, and today we're going to talk about the Breakout clones of Steam. There's a few of them out there. Breakout first came out back in 1976. It was made by Atari, and it was an instant hit. Did very well in the arcades, and when it was ported to the home, it did well there. Over time, not a lot was done with the basic premise of it, not at least until the mid-80s when Taito came out with a game called Arkanoid, which basically revolutionized and just brought the whole Breakout idea back to the forefront. Well, it's been gone for a while again, and it's really still waiting a big resurgence. But you still see plenty of Breakout clones out there nowadays, and here's 5 of them. Let's start out right away with these gray cubes here, and that's the name of that game. Gray cubes. It's a pretty competent Breakout clone. It's got decent sound effects. The graphics, as you can see, are really nice. They've varied the levels quite a bit. I like that about it. The bricks are of different sizes. You have a lot of power-ups, and it has a nice, clean look. So, I think it's like $3 for this thing. I would say that Gray Cubes is a pretty good choice if you're into the whole Breakout thing. The Steam reviews for this game are mostly positive, and the game is made by Dion Mobile. I'm totally mispronouncing that name. Breakout Invaders should be an instant hit. Unfortunately, a few mistakes by Dreamsoft, the developer, have kept it back from greatness. Look at it, it looks really good. Here's the problem. The resolution is set really low. In fact, I think it's around 640 by 480, and you cannot change it. Therefore, you can't stretch it to be full screen. The full screen effect that you're seeing right here is just an effect from my video to keep it from having bars around the ends. So, unfortunately, its reviews have been mostly negative. That said, it does have a lot going for it. It has halfway decent physics. It has an upgrade and progression system that allow you to build new weapons, not build, but actually upgrade weapons that you have. And the levels are quite varied. It just seems like it's missing that one little thing. You feel like if the developers had just spent a little bit more time on it, this game could have been great. But at $3 whopping, it's not much of a risk, so if it looks good to you, why not give it a try? What you are now seeing is Wizorb by Tribute Games. Wizorb is something I never thought I'd see. It is a Pong RPG hybrid. Yeah, literally. This is the combat phase. You basically walk through town, talking to people, helping to rebuild a village, and the battle scenes cut to, well, this. And it is, I know it doesn't sound real great, but it is really great. Its combination of NES graphics along with chiptunes music really just makes it stand out as one of the best in the crowd. So, at a whopping $3, I highly recommend it, and so does the Steam community, who gives it mostly positive ratings. Check this one out.
Get ready.
What we have here is Reaction by Mumbo Jumbo Games. This one is quite unique. If you look at the paddle, you see how it shrunk after he fired off one of the balls? Well, this is a mechanic in the game. If you notice, every time a block gets knocked out, it is dropping a little bit of mercury, and those little bit of mercuries make your paddle bigger. And once your paddle gets big enough, you can start shooting out more balls. It's a pretty cool mechanic, and I really like it. Also, there are upgrades, as you can see here. The other thing that's kind of cool is it's got a really decent soundtrack to it, and has a voiceover that I just can't really duplicate, but it's a really great voiceover. This game is a little bit on the expensive side at $9.99. That's a little high for the rest of these ones. Well, it's higher than the rest of these ones. However, it does have a demo, and you can download the demo from Steam if you would like and check it out first. One other note on this is that if you notice, you can see the bars on the side of the screen. That is a thing. It's in 4:3, so it's not a widescreen. A couple of the other ones weren't either, but on this one it's notable considering the high price. But it's definitely worth checking out, and its reviews are mostly positive. What we have here is Shatter by City Games. And this, in my opinion, is one of the best. It reminds me a lot of a game on the Commodore 64 called Breakout. One of the things that it does in this particular game is some levels the paddle is on one side of the screen, some of them it's on another side of the screen. It has a whole lot of pickups, a lot of action, controls are really good, it's a really good looking game too. Really just a joy to play. Now this one also is on the high end at $9.99, but it's also one of my favorites. Quite a good game, definitely worth playing. The Steam community rates this one as overwhelmingly positive. Ion Storm 2 by Iron Sun Studios. Did I save the best for last? Quite possibly. This game is amazingly beautiful and really, really difficult. They pulled out all the stops on this particular game. It's, well, you know, you can look at the graphics and see how great they are. Lots of power-ups, a lot of variations in enemies from floor to floor. It's basically a, it's kind of a, would you call it a tower attack game? Well, yeah, it is a tower that you are attacking. So it is a tower attack game. The reviews for this are mostly positive, and it costs $6.99, so that makes it also a good deal. I would say if you were to bust out just one game, this might be the one to do. It is just stunning and hard, really hard. And that is the last of them. So, if you know any games that I don't, please do me a favor and let me know in the comments below so I can check those games out too. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more.